At 31, 32, got Raymond on at 31, 32. Here you don't need that 31, don't need that.
Ever wondered how horses worth $25,000 change hands every week without online listings, advertising, or public spectacle? Amish horse auctions operate as closed community markets where hundreds of draft and buggy horses sell in rapid-fire sessions following unspoken rules outsiders never see. This is America's largest horse marketplace hidden in plain sight where serious money moves based on insider knowledge. Schedule and location. Amish horse auctions operate on predictable weekly schedules across major settlements Thursday mornings in Holmes County, Ohio, Friday afternoons in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, Wednesday sales in northern Indiana. These aren't advertised events with billboards or websites. Word spreads through community networks, with sale dates known months in advance through oral tradition and community calendars. The auction barns themselves are substantial facilities, large pole buildings with indoor arena space, surrounding paddocks, and tie stalls accommodating 200 to 300 horses per sale. These aren't fancy equestrian centers, but functional agricultural spaces designed for volume and efficiency rather than aesthetics. Gravel parking lots fill with pickup trucks, pulling horse trailers from multiple states as regular buyers make weekly circuits between different regional auctions. Seasonal patterns govern supply and demand. Spring auctions from March through May see peak volume as farmers sell horses they no longer need or purchase new ones for the coming work season. Fall auctions from September through November bring another surge as harvest completes and families assess their winter horse needs. Summer and winter sales continue weekly, but with reduced volume reflecting the agricultural calendar that still drives much of Amish horse use. Inspection period. The real evaluation happens hours before actual bidding begins when serious buyers arrive for the inspection period, the critical window when horses are examined, tested, and assessed to determine which ones deserve bids and what price they're worth. Horses are tied in assigned stalls or along fence rails, each identified by a numbered tag that will be called during the auction. Buyers move systematically from horse to horse, conducting hands-on examinations that would seem invasive to outsiders but represent standard practice in this market. Teeth are examined to verify age claims. Legs are run by hand, checking for heat, swelling, or abnormalities indicating past or present lameness. Hooves are lifted and inspected for quality, cracks, or poor farrier work. The most revealing test involves hitching horses to test buggies parked near the barn. Buyers evaluating road horses want to see how they handle harness, respond to commands, and behave when hitched. Horses that stand quietly while being harnessed, back on command, and show calm acceptance of the process immediately signal better training and temperament than horses that fidget, resist, or show nervousness. Sellers stand nearby answering questions about each horse's background, training, and work history. The tone is matter of fact rather than sales pitch. Accurate information protects reputation in a community where dishonesty becomes quickly known and damages future business. Age assessment. Age determines a horse's value more than any single factor besides soundness, making accurate age assessment critical to valuation. Fortunately for buyers, horse age cannot be hidden. Teeth tell the truth regardless of what sellers claim. Experienced buyers examine teeth through established patterns, revealing age with remarkable accuracy. Young horses under 5 years have specific baby teeth that haven't yet been replaced by permanent teeth. By examining which teeth are present and their wear patterns, buyers determine age within 6 months for young horses and within a year or two for older animals. The critical indicators include tooth angle. Young horses have nearly vertical teeth that gradually angle forward with age. Wear patterns create distinctive cups and shapes that change predictably over years. Galvane's groove, a mark appearing on the upper corner incisors at age 10, reaching the tooth's center at 15, and disappearing completely by 25, provides another age reference point. Prime working age for draft and buggy horses runs from 4 to 12 years. Horses in this range command premium prices because they combine training, physical maturity, and years of productive work ahead. Younger horses aged 2 to 4 sell as training projects cheaper, but requiring substantial time investment before becoming fully useful. Horses over 12 face declining values as buyers calculate fewer remaining work years, though sound older horses still find buyers seeking budget options for light work. The age revelation cannot be faked, making teeth examination the first defense against seller misrepresentation. Temperament testing. Temperament separates valuable horses from dangerous or difficult ones, a distinction worth thousands of dollars that buyers assess through systematic observation during the chaotic auction environment specifically designed to reveal a cocky horse's true character. The auction barn creates deliberate stress. Strange horses surround each animal. Unfamiliar people approach constantly. Noises echo through the metal building. Traffic passes on nearby roads. This controlled chaos serves as a temperament test. Horses that remain calm and cooperative in this environment will likely behave well in real-world work situations, while horses that become nervous, aggressive, or panicky reveal problematic temperaments buyers want to avoid. Buyers watch how horses react when approached by strangers. Do they stand quietly or dance away nervously? When handled, do they accept human touch or flinch and resist? These basic behaviors indicate the horse's confidence level and prior handling quality. A horse that calmly allows strangers to touch its legs, face, and body has been handled extensively and properly. A horse that shies from touch reveals inadequate handling or negative past experiences. For buggy horses intended for road work, traffic safety represents the most critical temperament factor. Buyers ask sellers about road experience and observe horses' reactions to vehicles in the auction area. Some buyers drive their trucks near tied horses, watching for panic responses that would indicate unsafe road behavior. A horse worth $15,000 for excellent road temperament might be worth only $3,000. $4,000 if it shows traffic nervousness. The $10,000 plus difference reflects the life and death importance of calm behavior around vehicles. Draft horses need different temperament, qualities, cooperation when worked in teams, willingness to pull heavy loads without balking, and steady calm despite agricultural equipment noise. These traits show through handling during inspection when buyers observe each horse's response to unusual situations. The work history. Proven work history represents the gold standard in horse valuation. A horse that has demonstrably performed specific work reliably commands premium prices because buyers purchase proven capability rather than gambling on potential. Sellers at Amish auctions state each horse's background in straightforward terms. 5-year-old gelding, been pulling buggy 2 years, goes 10 miles to town weekly, good in all traffic. Or 7-year-old mare, worked double with her sister for 3 years, pulled 4-cart and plow, steady worker. These descriptions aren't advertising copy, but factual work histories that community members can verify or challenge based on their knowledge. The buyer's advantage in Amish auctions comes from this community knowledge network. When a seller from a known family brings horses to auction, their reputation precedes them. Buyers know whether this family trains horses well, maintains them properly, and represents them honestly. A horse from a respected family carries implicit value beyond its individual qualities because the breeding and training behind it are proven. Questions during inspection verify claimed work history. How many miles weekly? Any bad habits in harness? Work single or must be with a partner? Been in traffic downtown or just country roads? Honest sellers answer directly, often volunteering limitations or issues because dishonesty damages relationships in interconnected communities where everyone will eventually learn the truth. Documentation remains minimal, no registration papers for most working horses, no written work logs, no vet records in many cases. The verification happens through seller reputation, community knowledge, and direct observation during inspection. This informal system works because consequences for dishonesty extend far beyond a single sale. A seller caught misrepresenting horses faces lasting damage to their business and community standing. Buyers pay premium prices for horses with proven work records from reliable sources while discounting horses with unknown backgrounds or questionable seller reputations. Soundness evaluation. Physical soundness determines whether a horse can work reliably for years or will break down quickly, making soundness evaluation critical to buyers who need animals providing consistent service rather than expensive veterinary projects. Leg examination receives intense scrutiny because lameness represents the most common reason horses fail to work. Buyers run hands down each leg, feeling for heat indicating inflammation, checking joints for swelling suggesting arthritis or injury, examining tendons for thickening that reveals past strains. They manipulate joints through range of motion, watching for pain responses or restricted movement, indicating problems. Hoof quality provides another crucial indicator. Buyers examine each hoof, checking for cracks, contracted heels, or poor shape indicating inadequate farrier care. They lift hooves, checking the sole and frog for disease or poor maintenance. Quality hooves with good shape and healthy structures suggest the horse has received proper care and can work soundly for years. Poor hooves immediately reduce value because hoof problems often prove difficult or impossible to correct fully. Gait observation happens when horses are walked or trotted short distances during inspection. Buyers watch carefully for any lameness, stiffness, or uneven movement indicating problems. Even subtle gait irregularities that sellers might dismiss as minor raise concerns for buyers who understand that small issues often worsen under work demands. Back and shoulder examination reveals whether the horse's structure suits heavy pulling work. Strong, well-muscled shoulders and backs indicate horses capable of draft work, while weak or poorly developed muscle suggests animals that haven't worked hard or lack the physical capacity for demanding tasks. Cosmetic issues, scars, blemishes, unusual markings matter little compared to functional soundness. A homely horse with perfect soundness outsells a beautiful horse with lameness issues every time. Bloodline consideration. While work history and physical evaluation dominate valuation for most working horses, bloodline knowledge adds value for breeding stock and for buyers seeking predictable qualities that family lines consistently produce. Amish communities maintain detailed oral knowledge about horse bloodlines despite keeping minimal written records. Experienced horsemen know which stallions produce calm, willing offspring, and which sire lines tend toward nervous or difficult temperaments. They recognize mares from families producing generation after generation of sound, long-lived horses versus bloodlines plagued by structural problems or early breakdown. This genetic knowledge operates informally but effectively. When a horse from a proven bloodline appears at auction, regular buyers recognize the family connection through physical traits, seller information, or community knowledge. A mare from a line that consistently produces excellent buggy horses brings premium prices for breeding purposes because buyers can reasonably expect her foals to inherit desirable traits. The bloodline premium matters most for younger horses that haven't yet proven themselves through work. A 3-year-old from an exceptional family line might bring $3,000 to $5,000, while an identically appearing 3-year-old with unknown or poor breeding brings only $1,500 to $2,500. The difference reflects reduced risk. Known genetics provide reasonable confidence about how the horse will develop. For mature working horses with extensive work histories, bloodline becomes less critical because performance has already proven itself. Buyers care more about what the horse has done than what its parents could do. Bidding process. The actual bidding happens with remarkable speed and efficiency, horses selling in 2 to 3 minutes each, with auctioneers conducting the sale in rapid-fire Pennsylvania Dutch, punctuated by English numbers that buyers from outside the community can follow. Each horse enters the sale ring, either led in or driven through, hitched to a cart, while the auctioneer rapid fires information. 6-year-old gelding. Been driving 2 years. Sound and safe. What'll you give? Starting bids vary based on obvious quality. Perhaps $1,000 for average horses, $3,000 for clearly better animals, and higher for exceptional horses. Bidding increments adjust to price level. $100 increases in the lower ranges, jumping to $250 or $500 increments as prices climb past $5,000. The auctioneer watches for any signal indicating a bid, raised hand, nod, subtle gesture, or called-out number. Regular buyers develop distinctive bidding styles that auctioneers recognize instantly. Competition between 2 or 3 serious bidders drives prices above starting points, sometimes dramatically when multiple buyers want the same horse. The auctioneer